Last night at 11:07 p.m., the friendship of Archduke Luke and Lila Dog 568 ended forever. In other words, me and Luke, we broke things off. And 5 minutes later, Luke's friendship with Josh ended forever. And they broke things off. And that was the end of it. A lot of people are probably wondering, like, well, what do you mean? Like, what happened? So anyone who's been with this channel for years knows that, like, me and Luke were like best friends, okay? Like, we thought of each other as like brothers, okay? We were really, really fucking close, like, he was one of the few people I trusted, okay? Like, so people were wondering, well, why, what happened? So let me give you the whole story. So we used to go to school together, but he graduated a year before me. So we had this long period of time in which we didn't actually physically see each other. And one of the worst things for any relationship is absence. They're like, absence makes the heart grow fonder. No, it doesn't. Absence ruins relationships. Like, the worst thing that can happen for you if you're in any relationship, friends, family, a lover, is if you don't see that person for a long ass time. Like, you guys drift apart just because of the separation. Like, you have to make do with what you have, okay? So we were just separated for a long period of time. So then, besides that, our interests, began to differ, Luke wanted to just go into minimum wage employment, he was cool with that. I was going off, and trying to find my way in life. I moved away too. Like, he's all the way over on the east side, and I'm inside of Ypsilanti. I'm far as shit from him. I may as well be like 2 moons away from him. I may as well be on Mars. So distance really played a factor. Our interests differed. I still wanted to go into music production and the music industry. He basically wanted to go into being a deacon eventually. Yeah. Another thing that separated us too was an incident that happened that I call the most fucked up Friday ever. So this wasn't a fight. No one died or anything. It wasn't something really messed up. What happened was me and Luke performed together for a crowd. We performed this song "Pop Rock Jock." But when we left I'm getting ahead of myself. When we left the arena or the auditorium, um, conference center, I don't fucking know what you call it. When we left the area, people were congratulating me for his song, which made no damn sense because I literally did nothing. I was the backing vocals for the chorus. You could hear me, like, in the very back. You could hear my voice under his. Like, I was so uninvolved that I can't believe I was credited for it. And a lot of people are like, but damn, man, they must think you're really great. They fucking credited me for my best friend's song. Do you know how humiliating and how just angering and just disappointing that is for Luke? That he does this great song. He thinks he did a good job. He walks out and they're like, good job, Russ. Oh, by the way, good job too, Luke. Like, oh, by the way. Like, it's his song. What do you mean, oh, by the way? He's the one that did this, not me. Like, some dude said to me, that was great. Oh, by the way, Luke, you did okay. It's like, what the fuck? How did I do better than him? I didn't do shit. Well, what happened was, is later, me and him and Derek Monticelli performed together. And him and Derek rap battled, kind of. Like, it wasn't originally a rap battle. Derek was just like, my sister goes to Mallow. People say I'm really fucking shallow. Then Luke's like, I'm Luke the Duke. You make me want to puke. Ain't no fluke. And I play the flute or something like that. Or you make, I don't fucking know what he said. It was a rap battle. He turned it into a rap battle because he directed a very disparaging rap at Derek. The crowd's like, ooh, and Derek's just like, because he was already terrified. Like, Derek, when he performed solo not before we performed, it was after we performed that he performed. He was terrified looking. I've never seen stage fright hit a man so bad as Derek. Okay, and I'm not disparaging Derek's, music or his rap style. I think he's good at what he does, but he has such bad stage fright. He literally will, like, just he'll panic. I mean, he was up there and it looked like he was going to choke on his own spit. Okay, like he was terrified. And the way he was rapping, his voice was breaking, like he was unsure of himself. Like, my sister goes to Mallow. Like, if he was rapping on his own to like 5 people, he'd be like, my sister goes to Mallow. People say I'm fucking shallow. But I say, go fucking wallow when I hang you from the gallows. Like, stuff like that. Like, but this is just like, my sister goes to Mallow. Like, his voice starts breaking. So it's like, terrifying to watch. So then, as if that wasn't bad enough, Luke ends up dissing him. So poor Derek didn't know what the fuck to do, so he's just scared to death looking. He looked like a deer in headlights. So to try and save Derek's ass and take attention from him, I start rapping. I just threw shit off the top of my head. And people liked it. Like, at first, I'm like, okay, here I go. I'm probably going to end up getting shot for this. Okay? This was, by the way, the point where I learned that, yes, definitely Latinos can say the N-word. Because I said... I said like wordplay, we can do it all day. While we do, I'm gonna give a shout out to BK. And I was like, when I say BK, it's to my niggas in Brooklyn. At that point, I'm like, oh shit, this auditorium's full of black people. No one batted an eye. So I learned at that point I could just keep saying it. So I just did. Okay, I worked with it. I don't remember everything I said, but I did like freestyle off my head. And afterwards, George Feliciano, he's a friend of mine. He's like, damn man, that was good, Holmes. I'm like, oh thanks. Like I'm overly harsh on myself. I am the guy that would shoot myself in the middle of like 5th Avenue. Like, I'm that guy, like, I'm my worst enemy. Like, when I do something good, I am the most disparaging person ever. Like, I literally will always criticize myself no matter how good I do. I could literally make Beethoven's 5th Symphony. I could make something as great as that. And I would be like, fuck you, that was shit. And everyone else would be like, man, that was so good. And that was so good that I was like, damn, I have no reason to live anymore in life. So I'm going to go kill myself afterwards. Or like, someone could be like, damn, man, take my kids, man. Take my wife. You're so good. And I'd still be like, fuck me. Like I performed with Stephen Pierce at the same place a year later. And we did Black and Brown Get Down, which was my song this time. Thank God no one credited Steven for that shit, or I would have known what it felt like truly to be in Luke's shoes. But afterwards, I'm like, I'm red in the face. I'm like, oh shit, I hope I didn't fuck up. But literally everyone liked it. And I was like, wow. Okay. Oh, damn. I guess I did a good job, Either that or I just hype people up so much they ain't give a fuck. I don't know. They were pleased, okay? I pleased the audience. That is the goal when you perform live. Live performers, their goal is to make the audience like what they do. It does not matter what you do, okay? You can be the greatest rapper ever like Derek Monticelli, but if you go up there and you look scared to death like a deer in headlights, the audience will not like it. You need to go up there and be overly confident. Like, just keep doing what you're doing. It doesn't matter if it's bad. You could rhyme nigga with train. You could rhyme boat with gat. And if you do it with enough confidence and you get the crowd hyped up enough, they will not care. I mean, hell, look at freaking, what's his name? Look at freaking Playboy Cardi. Have you heard his fucking music? The beat's good, but his rapping skills sound like a 5th grader, okay? Well, actually, nah, there's some good 5th graders that rap. Like, I'm not going to disparage them. He sounds like the rapping skills of a 1st grader. But let me tell you, when he goes in that audience, in the concert hall, his music makes people get so hyped up. They don't care that he's rhyming, and I'm on the block with, and I'm on the block. Like, they don't care. See, that's the point of live performance. It doesn't matter what you do as long as the audience is excited. So I got the audience excited. I did what I had to do. I succeeded. Mission accomplished. But I was still hard as shit on myself, okay? That was a total tangent right there. Okay, so anyways, me and Luke performed together. Luke did not get credit. That was one of the big things that, like, really, separated us as people. And just a lot of other stuff. He wanted to do the Unison League. I did not. He started being attracted to anime chicks. While I'm not going to say anime chicks aren't hot, because they are fucking sexy as shit, I'm still attracted to real women for the most part. Like, between having a cutout of Miko Hatsume and, bringing 3 or 4 bad bitches to my apartment, I'm taking the latter, okay? I can fuck the bad bitches. If you fuck a cutout, something's wrong with you, okay? Something is horribly wrong with you if you're fucking a cutout. So, the thing that really was the final nail in the coffin for our relationship was that I made several YouTube poops, and by several I mean 3 of, Archduke Luke's channel. Now I thought they were harmless as hell. I asked him to do, permission to use his videos. He didn't have a problem. But I guess he didn't want them to be used for YouTube poop. But he wasn't that, specific, but whatever, I took the videos, I made YouTube poops. He did not like them because they had a lot of swearing, and he's a very sensitive person that does not like swearing at all. Got very pissed. He's like, you made it into something evil. You made it garbage. I'm like, dude, people get YouTube pooped all the time. It happens all the time. It's like, what if I did that to you? And I'm like, what? You made a video where, like, every time I say a certain word, it comes out as fuck instead. I don't care. Okay? Like, if you make a YouTube poop of me where I'm like, yeah, you replace it with, fuck! I don't care. I don't care. But he did. So, and I'm not saying he shouldn't care. Each person's going to feel differently about different things. I'm not the same person as him. We're not going to feel the same way about things. So he was like, I'm done. He told Josh first that he was cutting things off with me because we were already, like, not talking for a week after that incident. Like, he was really pissed. He's like, don't you ever use my videos to make a video ever again! Okay? And then, like, from there, just... He said, you destroyed my trust with you and everything, all that shit. He told Josh, he's like, look, I'm breaking things off with him. So I messaged him. I'm like, yeah, I heard, Well, actually, let me read what we texted to each other. Wait, can I? I think I deleted the chat with him. I deleted my chat with him because our relationship's done. But I'll read you some of the stuff we wrote because I took photos of some of it, actually. So I got photos. I can read you at least some of it. A good chunk of what was said. It was not that brutal, okay? We had a very peaceful end to our relationship. We were both very cordial, very courteous. We basically just wished each other well and said, goodbye. That was it. So let me go up the page. Okay, I'm going through our chat with Josh. Well, my chat with Josh. To find what I wrote. Okay, here it is. I said about, like, how Josh told me we were breaking things off. I wished him well, and I'm like, I'm not overly upset about this, but I see this as a reminder of how temporary and fleeting life really is. We used to be like brothers, and I miss those days. I feel nostalgia burning deep for yesteryear. So if this is the end of our relationship, as Josh said, I just want to wish you well in your endeavors and give you best wishes. I hope you live long and prosper. Luke said, thanks, bud. Same goes for you. I'm like, yeah, you take care and everything. Let's go down. Here's more. I said, I know that much of what I did destroyed your trust in me, and I have to live with the consequences. He said, yep, but telling me to stop crying made this happen, and many other reasons I don't need you or Josh. I cut all ties with Josh, too, so you all can hang out. I don't care anymore. Okay, then. You have a good life. I am going to go now. And he said goodbye. Then he put another text right below that, forever. So it said goodbye forever. This is not the worst thing that happened to me in life. I mean, I've known people die. Like, I've known people who died. Some right in front of me. I've seen some horrific shit. Okay? I lost a dog when I was like 10 years old I loved to death in a very brutal fashion. Like, I've seen the worst in mankind. I've seen shit that would literally drive another person insane just looking at it. So this is not the worst thing that happened to me, but this definitely, it's definitely a life-changing event, Like, I don't know. I guess it's bad. I don't know. I don't feel totally like it counts as a bad event as much as just change. Things are always changing. Like, I miss the old days. I'm a very nostalgic individual. Okay, when I get nostalgia, it lasts. Like, I have a nostalgia infection. Like, my nostalgia is insane for different time periods in my life. I have nostalgia for when I was in 5th grade. I have nostalgia for when me and Luke first started hanging out in 10th grade. I have nostalgia for the fall of, my senior year. Especially that nostalgia is through the roof. Like, wow. Okay, so I miss the old days. I miss when me and Luke really did think of each other as brothers. When we were down for each other, down to ride and everything. We planned out this trip. We said, 10 years from now, we're going to go on a trip worldwide. Now, I was not thrilled about that because I do not want to go on a trip worldwide, especially through Africa. Fuck that. But we planned this huge trip, and it's never happening now. Okay, maybe it was unrealistic to begin with. It probably was, but it's definitely not happening now. Like, fuck, just you know, this goodbye is forever too. Like, other people say, "I'm never dealing with you again." Then they come back like a week later, like, "Hey man, what's good?" No, Luke keeps his word. He's a very honest person. When he says forever, he means forever. This is never coming back, okay? So you're not going to see Archduke Luke on this channel ever again, You're never going to see a video of us together ever again. Because we're done. It's not that we don't. It's not that we die hard hate each other, at least not on my end. Like, I don't know what he's thinking on his end, because he's threatened before, like, if you do this, I'll treat you like an enemy when I see you. But at least on my end, like, there's no hard feelings. I don't, wish ill on him or anything. We're going in different directions. We're like continents shifting. Sometimes continents come together. South America and Africa used to be together. You can see it by the shape of their coastlines. But they drifted apart. Me and Luke Kasawa drifted apart. And now we're done as a group. We're done forever. And Josh and Luke are done forever. Okay? Their relationship just ended. But I miss yesteryear. I definitely, wish that, the days of, me and Luke being, the supreme team were to come back. I have a lot of videos and photos from, back in those days, when we were still, good friends, when we would get together, we prank called people together. He'd call me, like, every night. Like, we used to talk together, like, every night for, like, an hour to an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours on the phone. Like, we had a great friendship, and that's what makes this so devastating to me. Like I'm not overly sad. I'm not like, oh my God, my life's over, I'm gonna go kill myself. But like, we had something special. This wasn't just some random person that came and went in my life. Josh has been trying to look at it that way. Like, oh man, fuck him. He can go fuck himself. I don't care. He was really pissed off. I could tell that secretly Josh had possibly some anger that this was, the way things went. But for me, it's more just like, I don't know, maybe sadness. I don't know if I'm totally sad. It's not, because I'm not devastated in my feeling as much as just, this in itself will not be bad, but it just proves more and more that nothing lasts in life. Nothing lasts. Nothing. Every relationship I've ever had with an individual, besides my parents and my sister, is gone. Okay? Like, I don't hang with anyone anymore from when I was inside, elementary school, basically. They're all gone forever from my life, okay? And I miss them like fucking hell, man. Some of them I miss so much, and it's been years since I've seen them. Francisco Chavez, Juan Flores, Fabiola Guzman, David Garbarino. I miss all of those people, They're never coming back, I miss Casey Jones. I miss Tara Stewart. I miss Vince Vento. I think that was his name. Yeah, Vince Vento. I miss a lot of people, And they're not coming back. Okay? Our roads differed. They went in different directions. So we're never coming back together. Nothing lasts. Every girl I've ever dated, go through the list. Let's go right through right fucking now. Let's see Avery. We moved away. We never saw each other again. There was another chick. What was her name? Sarah. That was her name. We were together for like a month, maybe. We just went in different directions. Megan cheated on me. Fuck her. Okay? She's gone forever. So fuck her too. Alexis. Dated for maybe like a couple months. Went in different directions. Never talked to each other again. Okay? You know? Jay, different directions, was a crack whore, fuck her, bye. You know? Daz, you know, me and Daz, she went in different directions. She knew that you could not carry a spick like me on her back forever. Yeah, I know that sounds really fucking harsh. Like, damn, wow. I'm a fucking landscaper. And she is a college student. Do you see what the issue is? Okay? Like, when you're an 18-year-old boy, man, when you're an 18-year-old man who works in landscaping and you're dating a 16-year-old girl who's already doing college classes, do you see why she can't stick with you forever? That's inevitable. I should have fucking known, but I'm a stupid bitch, okay? Like, when I'm deeply in love with a chick, the just I stop thinking logically. I stop listening to my conscience saying, "Look out, dude. This is not going to end well for you." Okay? I was being told this by friends of mine too, like, "Hey man, this is not going to work out." Okay? Like, this is just not going to work out. Everyone told me that. Like, people would wish me well, but they'd be like, "Look, you're not going to be with her forever, okay? Like, you're going in different directions, radically different. You guys are like Moravian and Metro Parkway. The roads intersect, and then they just keep going in different directions forever. Okay? We intersected, and then we went in our different directions. Now, I'm still friends with her. Like, I'm still on good relations with her, still good terms, unlike a lot of my exes who I would fucking kill if I saw in public. But, our relationship didn't last. I'm nostalgic as shit for that. That's one of the reasons I'm nostalgic for the fall of 2016. Because that was back then, That was then, this is now. I'm living in the modern post everything world. Like, nothing that I knew lasts. Okay, as I said, if any of my relationships lasted, I would not be a single male living in an apartment by myself. That would not be what would be happening right now. The reason that's happening is because of the fact that nothing lasts. My relationship with my own mother barely lasted. Like, we used to be like, I used to have a great relationship with my mom when I was like fucking, 5? Like, I think you always do when you're a little kid though, unless your mom's a total bitch, okay? But, when my teen years came, it became a very stressful time. We had a lot of arguments, a lot of fights over shit. I became a much more angry, colder person, and things just didn't last. Originally she did not want me to move away. She was like, "Hey, you can live with us till you're like 25, Then she was like, "Hey man, look, when you want to yell, you can do it in your apartment all you want. You want to get mad, you can do it in your apartment all you want. I don't have to deal with this shit." And I'm like, "Okay." So I moved away. Do I still see my mother? Yes. Do I still see my father? Yes. Do I still see my sister? Once in like every 3 months, when she's not in her room video gaming all the time, But point is, nothing lasts. I look back, I'm like, my life has been totally seen from only my perspective. My life from the start to now, I don't know anyone who's continuously been in it. Like, wow. And I worry too, because I'm like, I'm friends with Josh now. What if in 5 years we're not friends anymore? We're like, now, oh man, you're so cool and everything. But like, me and Luke used to feel the same way. I used to be deeply in love with Daz, and our relationship ended. Do you see what the problem is? If you can be deeply, madly in love with someone, and they're just like, "Look, man, I'm going to cut things off," it means nothing lasts. That couldn't last. What's going to last? Now, this is why I'm so upset. Luke and me not being friends anymore was not something that hit me hard. It was something that hit me nostalgically in the feels. It was poignant. But the thing that really made me start to get truly upset is when I started looking back and saying, Jesus Christ, this isn't anything new. This is nothing new. This goes back a long time, things changing like this. And I'm just thinking, nothing lasts. So, what is life all about then? Why do we live if nothing that we work for lasts? I see a lot of these young boys, about age 14, 15, Tyler's age, They're like, oh, I'm deeply in love with a girl. Well, I got some bad news that's gonna break your heart. Your relationship with her is not gonna last. You're fucked. It's the brutal, honest truth. Okay? It's very rare that your relationship with a woman lasts. Okay? Do you know that the divorce rate in this country is like 50%? Like half of people who get married get divorced. They're getting married. They're like, I'm madly in love with this person. Down the road, hey man, I'm tired of you. Can we get a divorce and go our separate ways? Yeah. Well, that's the most civil divorce. Usually, it's more like, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I said fuck you first, so fuck you. That's what it's usually like. So nothing lasts. Nothing lasts. You put so much love and effort into someone. It doesn't need to be just a girlfriend. You can love your friends. You can love your friends. I totally believe in that. I love many of my friends. You gotta love people like brothers. You love your family, right? Well, you're gonna love your closest friends. I love Josh. People think of that as in like a gay way. It's not gay. It's not that kind of love. I mean, love is in like brotherly love. Like we're down to ride for each other, okay? That's how me and Luke used to be. And then look what happened. You can put so much love into someone. You can put so much of your life into anyone. A girl, a close friend, your family. It doesn't matter. It won't last. So why even try? Why? What is our point in existing? Do you see where this is going? Like, what meaning does life have if life literally does not last the same way forever? Life itself doesn't last. It's so temporary and fleeting. Okay? Like the last 18 years of my life went by like that, just gone. Things change. So what is the point? I guess the only point to live is to not die, because dying is scary. So, do you see the moral crisis I'm having? Like, at first it wasn't such a bad thing, but when I started thinking about it more deeply, I realized it really was bad. Like, this really is a fucking shitty occurrence, because it just opened up a deep wound that goes way back in my life of people coming and going, like, just rapidly. Like, I can't believe this happened, but we're done. Me and Luke Kasawa are gone forever from each other's lives. There's nothing I can do about it. There's no point getting upset. And nothing's going to last. Nothing's alright. I wonder how he feels. But what's the point of asking that? I'm never going to know, really, right? Me and Luke and Josh, me and Josh, the holy trinity of Luke Kasawa, Josh Gordon, and me has ended. Okay, that's what we called it, the Holy Trinity, because Luke was very close with me, but he was also very close with Josh. Okay, so we almost formed like a triangle. Like we all became really close with each other, like brothers, like almost like three brothers. And now one of the brothers has decided to strike out on his own and make his own way in life, and we wish him well. Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying like I'm pissed at him or anything. I wish him well. I hope he makes it in life. I hope he does what he wants to do and that he has a good life. We're done though. Our paths have crossed and now we're going in separate directions. Just like Moravian Road and, Metro Parkway. The two streets, cross each other and they keep going in different directions. Now, that maybe with me and Daz there was a green light when I hit that crossway, but for me and Luke there was a stoplight, but the stoplight's turned green now. Now we're going in different directions, my car and his. He's going down Metro Parkway and I'm going up Moravian Drive. There's nothing I can do about it, So yeah, it's the end of the relationship between Archduke Luke and Lila Dog 568. So I guess like, comment, and subscribe. Go subscribe to him if you want to. I mean, I'm not going to tell you not to, but you're not going to really hear about him much on this channel anymore. So yeah, don't ask me if I'm okay, because that's a very iffy question. I really don't know if I'm okay or not. Like, I cannot tell. My emotions keep varying from minute to minute as to how I feel about this. Like, when I first heard, I didn't really care. Then I started feeling poignant and nostalgic. Now I'm like downright starting to feel depressed. Like, damn, nothing lasts. So don't ask me how I feel, okay? Like, I'm sure in a day or two I'm gonna be just fine. But right now I'm just like shocked, to say the least. Like, I didn't know that this is how this shit ends, but it does. I should have known that we were already going in different directions. We were already starting to see, tears in our relationship going back a year, going back to that performance we did. I should have known that he always would talk about, if you do this, I will erase you from memory and treat you like an enemy when I see you. Like, that's what happened. The prophecy came true. Our relationship died. Something he always talked about. I'd be like, man, why do you keep saying that? We're like close friends. You can trust me. Well, partially I broke that trust, and partially we went in different directions. So, this is the end, folks. No more relationship with Archduke Luke. So yeah, I guess this is the end of the video. Don't let my depression affect your day. Don't be totally depressed because this is not happening to you. I don't want you to feel the same way as me. But, I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm not going to, be a total woe is me, self-pitying fuck. But, I don't know. It's just like, wow. I knew it was coming, but when the day came, I was shocked. Like when my Uncle David died. I knew that crackhead was going to die eventually, but when he died, I was shocked nonetheless. I guess we always talked about me and Luke were going in different directions, and sure enough, Josh used to ask me, do you think that our relationship with Luke is going to last? Nope. It's the end of an era, folks. The end of a fucking era. The end of a 5-year era between me and Luke Kasawa is gone forever. And that's why I'm so scared. Because if that can end, what else can end in life? What else? What is too sacred to break the bonds of? What cannot be shattered or shaken in a relationship? What love could possibly transcend anything? Nothing. Nothing. Nothing at all. No amount of love and tenderness, no amount of, attraction, no amount of adoration, no amount of intimacy is survivable. They're all mortal, like us ourselves. So when they say till death do us part, just remember, it's more like till you get divorced 10 years down the road. This is why I have no hope for, my life, because this is how life is. This is just how life is. It's not depressing. It's not pessimistic. It's realistic. Life is meaningless. You add meaning to life, but it doesn't come with a meaning, okay? It's like a blank chalkboard. We can't just say, oh, there's a painting on the chalkboard. No, there's not. It's blank. You got to put one up there. So if you ask me what my meaning is just to, become a very impressive individual, work hard, self-improve, and hope for something that's never coming. And just hold out hope as if that's going to help. So, yeah. Guess this is the end of an era. Ciao, y'all.